best music, but this is Wild Recaps. Yeah, this is a channel where we talk about all the wildest moments from all the TV shows or streaming shows that we love. This right here, this Baddies Caribbean Reunion Part 1 episode is my first episode ever on this channel. So thank you so much for tuning into my first video. Please expect more content about Baddies, Jocelyn Cabaret, Love is Blind, Love Island, and things like that. And you know, maybe once we get going real good, we can start taking suggestions and things like that. But for now, today's about Baddies Caribbean Reunion Episode 1. So it's a whole 3-part thing going on. We had beefs with Bianca, Mariah, Jayla, Big Gretch. We had Natalie and Tommie. You know, well, nothing really happened. Nothing happened at all. But whatever was supposed to happen on this episode, the first one. What ended up happening was when Tommie came out, she had a cup in her hand. She hugged Natalie. She wasn't on that. She was drunk. Another thing that happened on this episode was Meatball and Tinkerbella, they had their little scruffle. Janeisha and Scotty had a little back and forth going on too. And I didn't even notice anything about what was going on with them. But we're going to talk about all that stuff today, right now. Bianca versus Mariah. You guys, correct me if I'm wrong, always. Anything that I say, correct me if I'm wrong, because you know, I could have been looking down at my phone or something like that, or whatever the case may be when I was watching. But what I saw was Mariah was already on the show. She had a friend, Bianca, come on. And the season prior, yes, Sapphire and Mariah had some things going on. They had some beefage going on. And so, you know, Bianca being Mariah's friend was protective over her and wanted to protect her friend Mariah. Mariah told Bianca that she was okay with Sapphire, that they had squashed the beef. Like we witnessed that together, right? And then we also witnessed Bianca still wanting to fight Sapphire, right? Cause like I know it happened a while ago, but I remember feeling like, well dang, why is she so passionate about it still if she don't have no beef with Sapphire and the person that she was protecting to say it's all cool? Like I remember thinking that. You still went after this girl. You took her wig and threw it in the pool. You spat at her, and you know, opportunities that she had to fight you equally, fair and square, one-on-one, you ran away. So then you come on the reunion and say that you didn't know that her and Sapphire had squashed it. So yeah, I need some feedback on that one. Am I getting that wrong, or is Bianca nuts? To close off this whole Mariah-Bianca situation, Bianca won the fight, but that doesn't stop Mariah from saying that she wanted. You know, I like Mariah Lynn, I do, okay? And she ain't no punk. She will get in the field with you. She'll get beat up, but I think the girl has like built up a body callus or something like that, because the girl will go into a fight and get beat and go back and back and back again to get beat again. But she'll come out, yeah, I beat your ass. Yeah, get beat up again. Again? When did it happen the first time, Mariah girl? I'm sorry, but I'm just watching like everybody else. She's good for reality TV for the simple fact that she's not a punk. You know, she can't fight like that. But that doesn't stop her from going after people who are 3 times her size, which is almost everyone. I kind of feel like it's almost the same description for Anna Mac, but we're gonna get on her later. When Mariah was all upset that the cameras were in her face backstage after the fight, and she threatened to not come back on the show and stuff like that, like, do you guys feel that that has any weight on it? Do you feel that Mariah is someone that could be like, oh, I won't come back, and it would actually mean something? Because I kind of do. I kind of understand the attitude, but also like, I do feel like she could be like replaceable too. So y'all let me know how you feel about that. Jayla versus Biggie. I thought that they had squashed it. Like, you know, they had their thing at the beginning of the season, and then I thought that they squashed it. Sometimes I feel like when the reunion comes, they bring up old drama. Well, obviously, but like they bring up old feelings back to, you know, relive the moment for the drama of the show. But I kind of feel like for this type of reunion, for this show, you don't need to do that. I was a little confused why they were still on that, so I'm gonna get off it. I'm already exhausted talking about that. Like I said, y'all, Tommie was drunk as hell. Everybody expected her to come in and, you know, her and Natalie to start fighting. Natalie even expected it. She seemed to be shocked when Tommie went over there to give her a hug. But again, y'all, like I said, Tommie was, you know, she had a cup in her hand. She was freaking drunk, man. Like, she kept hitting Bobby though, for whatever reason. Like, she kept like hitting him. And I feel like maybe that wasn't okay. You know, obviously Bobby's a man and he, you know, didn't hit her back or anything like that. He was just running away from her. But I don't understand that woman. Before we get on to Tinkerbella and Meatballa, we're going to talk about, really briefly, as we can at least, Scotty and Janeisha. My friend told me that Janeisha and Lemmy are not together anymore. I don't know how the hell she knows that, but have you guys heard that on another blog page or something like that? Please let me know if you've heard that too. You know that the word on the curb was that Scotty was Lemmy Wells' side piece, boo thing. There was all this tension between Janeisha, who is the host of the show, and also Lemmy's wife or separated wife, or I don't know what's going on with them. This reunion has shown a little bit of tension between Scotty and Janeisha. And again, I didn't even notice this at first until the episode had aired. And my friend, the same one who told me that Lemmy and Janeisha are not together, she told me, you know, kind of brought it to my attention. There was a scene where Scotty was, you know, Scotty was kind of walking and going to the other side and not sitting in her seat. You could tell Janeisha was kind of getting annoyed about people not being in their seat, maybe particularly Scotty. It's kind of hard to notice because this is stuff that is going on in the background of that argument with Biggie, Tommie, and Rolly, or whatever that was. So Saucy says, Scotty, can you sit down? You know, he asked her to sit down. So Scotty says, oh, who asked you to say that in your ear? Like, you know, who told you in your ear to tell me to sit down? Obviously she's saying like, oh, did Janeisha tell you to tell me to sit down because she can't tell me herself, or you know what I'm saying? And then Scotty starts acting like a floozy and goes to her spot and starts twerking her ass, which is already out because it's hanging from under her skirt. Let's talk about the outfit real quick. Scotty's cutie. I like the outfit and don't like it at the same time because it's like, it looks good on her, but it was also giving cheap. And I think it's because the combination of that hot pink ass blazer and those printed stockings. Nothing wrong with either of those things, but that outfit together that night, it just wasn't working for me like that. Like, I wish that the blazer was like a beige or black or white even. I just think it was the color of it. But either way, the skirt was one of those, you know, frilly skirts that people wear nowadays. And another thing people are doing nowadays, which is wearing their like ass as like an accessory, I guess, because like the cheeks be hanging out the bottom of the skirt. And it's just like, bro, that shit looks stank. And Scotty, in particular, has a nice behind, still looks stank. Yeah, this whole Scotty Janeisha thing, and you know, I thought Anna was a part of the picture at one point too. Like, I don't really know what that whole thing is, but when I get some more information, maybe we'll talk about it on this channel. But they definitely were throwing shade at each other the first episode on the reunion. Tinkerbell Meatball. You know, there's a few things that happened on this reunion that I just don't understand. Callie acting like she wanted to be taught instead of taking over. Bianca acting like she wasn't told that Sapphire and Mariah was cool and squashed it already. And people acting like Meatball is not a hater. Meatball didn't deserve that baddie chain. Meatball didn't deserve that baddie chain. Tinkerbella got a baddie chain because Natalie wanted to give her one in the moment. Instead of just saying, congratulations, oh, that's cool, and moving on, Meatball made it about her. That's all we need to know right there. But she actually gave us more. Do you remember that episode? It was Scotty, Tinkerbella outside at the table, and then Meatball came, and then they started arguing, and you know, like a whole bunch of past details started coming out about how, I don't remember everything that was said, but what was said did not paint Meatball to be a good person to be friends with. And people are still giving her pity. You literally got a chain because you whined and cried for it. You saw your sister get one and you whined and cried about it until you got one. And as far as DTV not getting a chain, I also want to say she don't even need that baddie chain because her DTV chain looks better. Of course, now she deserves one for giving us that good entertainment we're going to talk about in the next episode. But at that moment, she deserved it too. She didn't get it because people feel bad that Meatball is overweight. Meatball did that whole spiel that women who are overweight and or don't take the time to, you know, make themselves look good, they do this whole thing where they want people to feel bad for them because of the position they put themselves in the way people react to them versus others. Oh, I don't got a shape like y'all. I don't got, you're damn right. Look at Biggie. Look at Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that whole, I don't have to shape y'all. It's because I'm big. It's because of, no. There's nothing you can say when we have representation with Rolly and Biggie, who are two big women of different skin tones. You don't have to even be feminine to look put together. You know, if you're a woman and you don't want to be feminine, you don't have to, but you can still look put together. Meatball be in a club with a sweatsuit on and her belly hanging out. And if that's how she feels comfortable, then that is, you know what I'm saying, all that matters. But I can have an opinion about it because you're on TV. But yeah, I think Meatball's a hater. She did not deserve the baddie chain. She can't fight. Come on. Her and Big Gretch fought. And she did absolutely trash Gretch. And I'm not saying I wanted it to happen, because at that time, I didn't dislike Gretchen or anything like that. I just saw a very, very slim girl versus a very, very not. And like, it was almost like they were the same size. So that was absolutely amazing to me. Tinkerbella and Meatball, when they fought, I was surprised that Tinkerbella didn't, you know, do a little more damage, to be honest, seeing the way that Meatball fights. Saucy Santana actually co-hosts the show, and I feel that sometimes he was overpowering Janeisha. I feel like his personality is a little bit better for the position, even though he got on my nerves a little bit because he was just being so messy. But that is the nature of the show, you know, and I do feel like his messiness, him being who he is and everything like that, and his temperament is better to be the host of this show. Janeisha gets it moving along, and that's cool and everything like that, but the vibe that Santana brought that night, this reunion, I think we all like it. It fits. But again, that is the end of the Baddies Caribbean recap episode 1. Thank you again for watching. Please, if you have made it this far to the end of the freaking video, can you drop like a flower emoji? Any type of flower. Just drop it in the comments and I'll know that you made it to the end, and I will appreciate it. And it also gives me engagement. It's no secrets here that that is what I need to be successful. So thank you. Please subscribe. Please share this with somebody else who watches Baddies. And stay tuned for everything else that I have going on. I know that I mentioned my name's Wildfire from UGS Music. You can also subscribe to the UGS Music YouTube channel, which is music content. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and I will see you very soon.